Alright, we're back for episode 9 of the Undead Hunter Let's Play in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. We are playing through Silverpine Forest right now, and we just started out the area, and let me explain to you what exactly happened. So we got to Silverpine, and we pretty much saw that Lady Sylvanas Windrunner is trying to resurrect humans as undead. And the High Warlord, or the War Chief of the Horde, Hellscream, he came and he said, hey, we can't be doing this. That was what the Lich King was doing. We really can't be bringing back people as undead. It's not okay. And Sylvanas says, I'm doing it anyway. She doesn't care. She says she's fighting for the Horde. She's going to do what she wants. So we set out, and we're dealing with some Worgen insurgents in the area that are trying to encroach on our land. They're trying to get back their city of Gilneas, which we have taken over. And so we went out on a stalker mission in the last episode, and we saw that the Worgen are trying to fight back. So we've reported back to Lady Sylvanas here. We'll see what she has to say.
What joy is there in this curse?
Crowley, a gnat, an insect, waiting to be crushed beneath my boot heel. So he thinks to rouse the feral Worgen of Silverpine? We shall show him and his allies the might of the Forsaken. But first, we must clean up the mess made by the Warchief's fleet. Without their aid, we may lose this war.
I have no time for games.
Our reinforcements from Kalimdor arrived last night. 3 orc gunships full of supplies, weapons, and soldiers. 3 orc gunships lost to Bloodfang's damned Worgen. How could an entire orc fleet lose to a small band of enemy combatants that lack any siege weaponry? An important question you will answer for me. Gather your gear and report to the Orc Admiral, Hatchet, at the Forsaken Rear Guard southwest of here. Get those orc operational, Boneblade. I await your full report. Alright, let's see what's going on with the orcs down south. So just at the end of last episode, I had trained into a talent Trailblazer Mark II. My movement speed will increase by 30% anytime I have an attack for 3 seconds. So I'm basically like kind of mounted speed when I'm just walking around, which is crazy, crazy, crazy good for exploring, for traveling, for this type of stuff. So pretty happy about that. Really enjoying the Hunter for the movement functionality. Love the layout of Silverpine here, too. It's such a cool zone that I've never really quested through. Okay, so it looks like there are Horde ships that have pulled up at the shore here. So let's see what's going on in this encampment. The Forsaken Rear Guard. Check in with the Bat Handler. I mean, I can down this guy, sure. Okay. So we have ourselves a camp. Alright, we'll check in with Admiral Hatchet. This fiasco may go down as one of the biggest embarrassments in the history of naval warfare. How did this happen? Drunk happened, that's how. We may not have to live down the shame of this defeat, Boneblade. The war chief will likely have us all executed instead. I'll be damned if we don't go down without a fight. Although the whole beachhead is overrun by Bloodfang Worgen, there may still be hope. I want you to accompany one of our sea pups to the beachhead, directly west of here, and recover our supplies. Return to me when the pup can carry no more.
Go forth to victory.
Okay. I have a little fella coming with me to get some supplies. It's the Goblins' fault, Undead. You see, we set out for Silverpine from Bilgewater Harbor, over in Azshara. Huge mistake that was. Never has such a den of inequity and sin existed in our great empire. Those damned goblins fueled our every vice and set us off to sail with barrels full of ale. The shame of it all leaves a mark greater than any scar. Honor must be restored. Kill the Bloodfang Worgen that ambushed us. They're scavenging the wreckage to the southwest.
For the Horde.
So this is interesting, and I just want to grab all the quests and grab the hearth here, but we'll discuss in a moment. Have you seen the huge lumbering Ettins roaming the forests? Cursed things came from Gilneas. Now they wander the land searching for the next juicy meal. We've managed to subjugate and utilize some of them to haul our wagons, but the others, well, they must be killed. Unfortunately, we can't spare any soldiers to do the job. That's where you come in, Hunter. I have a plan. The It's going to require some materials. Head out into the forest around this base and collect diseased beast organs. These apothecaries always want the craziest things. Okay, so we're just going to turn into the inn.
Speak quickly.
Make this in your home. Perfect. So here's where things seemingly stand. The Horde came here to give some support, some supplies to the people, the Undead, the Forsaken in Silverpine. Sounds like the Goblins gave them a little too much booze and they got out of hand. And now we find ourselves with all of their ships in ruin, their supplies scattered, and we're trying to reclaim those supplies. The Worgen were able to take them down because the fellas were so boozed. So, that's not good. Do you think I can down this guy? I kind of feel like I could, but we'll find out. Okay, so we're just kind of clearing out some of the Worgen who are in the area. We're gathering supplies. Pretty easy quest. This guy's gonna carry all my stuff for me, which is a great little feature. It's cool. Like, I like these innovations. They didn't need to put this guy in the game. I could have just carried the supplies in my bag, but they thought, hey, let's add something in that spices things up. And I think that's pretty cool. I want to see if I can down one of these. I want to say there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I can. Oh, with ease. I mean, in Classic, that would have been way more challenging. But that's something we've known. Classic was a harder version of the game. Maybe we'll do some Classic playthroughs at some point. If anybody would be interested in some of these playthroughs in WoW Classic, let me know. That would be a different experience, a little bit slower, but maybe more immersive, maybe more conversation, unsure. But I'd be curious to know if people would be interested in that. For now, I'm liking the Dragonflight kind of modern retail WoW playthrough, but something to consider. All right, we're just gonna keep clearing mobs here. This guy is stacking boxes. Getting a real kick out of it, actually. I believe I need 2 more boxes, just 1 more. Impressive that he's carrying all that. And I'm gonna, unfortunately, for his sanity, make him walk around with me as I finish these quests. It's kind of annoying that he's right in my way, but that's alright. It's goofy. Alright, we need a couple more of these bears. You know what? These rabid wargs will help too. There's a couple, actually quite a few sort of rare spawns around the map that will be fun to bump into at some point. See if we can get any cool drops or anything out of that. These are just good old-fashioned head out, collect some things, kill a couple mobs. Good old-fashioned quests. And again, to have these speed buffs, it's super nice. Just really helps for navigation purposes. The 30% is critical when I haven't attacked for 3 seconds. Trailblazer, fantastic buff. Okay, great. So we should be good to turn these quests in. Maybe we'll get a level out of it. But let's see what we've got. Where does Silverpine rank for people in terms of quest zone? Again, I played a lot of Alliance growing up when I was younger, when I was playing this game, so didn't get a ton of experience here besides going to Shadowfang Keep. I'm curious for people who played Horde, where was Silverpine? Was it high on your tier of zones? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear more about it. Looks as if you really gave those Worgen a beating, and in the process, lifted the shame haze they cast over us. Perhaps the sea dogs will quit drinking now. Who am I kidding? Yeah.
May your blades never dull.
Within these crates are held steel thunder. With our weaponry returned, we might have a chance to redeem ourselves. We get a mail chest piece, actually. That's going to be a pretty good increase, so I'm going to toss that on. I look pretty cool, too. Some would say that we are lucky to be alive. Those people would be idiots. At least, had we died, we would not have had to face the warchief's wrath. Alas, what's done is done. Now we must attempt to regain our lost honor. The third ship in our fleet sank off the coast of the Skittering Dark, northwest of here. Those that made it to shore quickly found themselves swarmed by the giant spiders of the area and encased in webbing. If there are survivors, we must free them. Go, Boneblade, to the Skittering Dark.
What do you need?
Vengeance is all-consuming, Boneblade. Our third ship sank off the coast of the Skittering Dark, northwest of here. The men that made it off the boat were either captured or killed by the skitterweb spiders of the region. For that, the spiders must die. All of them. Travel to the Skittering Dark and crush those insects. Be on the lookout for the matriarch. Perhaps if we find her, we can end this menace forever.
Be safe.
Alright, we're off to a cave of sorts to take down some spiders. Excellent. Now to prepare the meal.
Goodbye.
Take this cage, Hunter. I've placed inside it one of my own mutant bush chickens, with a few slight modifications. Within the butt of this bush chicken is a stick of dynamite laced with gunk from the diseased organs you brought me. What is this quest? Take the cage out into the surrounding forest and locate the wandering forest Eden. Release the chicken and sit back as my masterwork does its job. The ensuing explosion should be sufficient to kill the Eden, or greatly weaken it, allowing you to finish it off. I mean, I was able to kill one by myself, but this is a crazy quest. A mutant bush chicken. I'm intrigued, to say the very least, by this quest. We're gonna start with that, because that just sounds a little bit too insane to even gather. I feel a little bad for the chicken. I will admit, I feel a little bad for the chicken. But we're doing it anyway. Let me clear out some of these mobs while we're waiting. Alright, bush chicken, here we go. There goes the chicken. He's about to run in and then explode. Somehow? Oh, there was the explosion, and we down him. Ooh, a shirt of sorts. Okay, interesting quest. You know, they're adding some entertainment value. I do appreciate that. So here are two of the Horde ships that were ransacked by the Worgen, and then the third one is up here, also ransacked. So let's go check that out. See what kind of happenings are going on in the Skittering Dark. We may even stumble upon Krethis the Shadow Spinner, who is the rare spawn up here. So let's see what that's all about. I believe there's an earth root that we can get. You get a lot of experience now for like harvesting various things, which is cool. These should be relatively easy to take down. I have to kill 12 and then rescue 6 of the orc sea dogs, who are probably viciously hungover right now. If you think that they were so boozed that they got ransacked by a few Worgen, and now they're in spider webs, they've got to be having a tough morning. There's no doubt in my mind about that. There is Krethis, so we're gonna definitely down Krethis. Start with an aim shot. Easy kill. These named mobs should be hard, but there's not a lot of difficulty in this game anymore. You can pull so many before it's a factor. Let's see if we got any nice loot off of Krethis. We did get some pants. They are leather pants. Not gonna be, well, their stats are actually better, so we're gonna toss those on. believe we're gonna have to head in here to free these fellas, so let's go ahead and do that.
I need to get closer.
Yep. Easy enough to free. And there's got to be plenty more in here, so we'll dig deep into the dungeon. Easy enough. Hunter is so efficient. You just cruise around, and then like you can shoot up there. Oh, skittering. The root of this evil must be found and destroyed. The skitterweb matriarch must be nearby. No doubt hiding in the nearby cave. Whoa, call a third pet. What? The skitterweb matriarch is nearby. Kill the skitterweb matriarch. Okay. I also got, somehow I leveled real quick. So we can get rapid fire damage is increased. Kill shot, critical strike chance increased by 10%. I'm gonna wanna get critical strike. There's a lot of good options here. I'm gonna go with this, so my aim shot kind of assists. I should lead off with aim shot in this case. Okay, let's keep pushing for the matriarch. We have a crew of sea dogs with us. They'll pretty much finish everyone off, so we should be in good shape there. I'm guessing that's the matriarch. Holy shit, this is kind of creepy. Big damage, though. Sprint down here, grab this. Bunch of loot. I'm gonna have to sell some things, clear the bags out. We need to free one more sea dog, and then what we can do is actually hearth out of here. There we go. Let's hearth out of here. This guy says he needs a drink. These guys are out of control, these little boat fellas. Okay, we'll turn in these quests and see kind of what comes next for this area.
I am forsaken.
Was there ever any doubt an Etten is no match for science? We're gonna get the Bush Chicken Remote Injector. This is a gun. It's actually gonna be better, so we're gonna take that.
Remember,
Inventory's full. I'm gonna have to sell a couple things because that is an herb bag. Yes, yes. Okay.
speak quickly.
Oh my god, this guy boosted? What? Whoa, an epic upgrade on the gun. The DPS doubled. It's 4.8. That is crazy overpowered. It looks really sweet too. That almost seems not fair. Let me sell some things real quick, but oh my god, what are the chances of that? That's like the best thing you can get an epic upgrade on. So we should be reeling and dealing now. We might be one-shotting mobs. I'm just gonna sell a ton of different stuff. I have quite a bit of cloth. Alright, we'll sell all this gear. We don't need that. I do wish there was a trainer around here I could talk to, but I'm not finding one for my professions.
Greetings. Strength.
We're friendly with Orgrimmar.
What do you need?
You rescued our orcs and killed the Skitterweb Matriarch? We owe you a great debt of gratitude. You've saved us all from a certain execution, Boneblade. I'm sure we can rouse these drunken idiots now. Nice. We're getting a lot of gear now. Some new bracers.
Nocta.
This is your commendation letter. It's the least I could do for you given the circumstances. Return to Lady Sylvanas Windrunner with the letter and inform her of our status. Let her know that we will be ready to march on her command. Goodbye, Boneblade. You're an excellent soldier. Northeast lad, to Forsaken High Command. Alright, so we've come down to this outpost. We've dealt with the downing of the Horde ships. We've put the Worgens at bay. We've saved our men. We're heading back to Sylvanas now to report on what we've done. I just want to give a shout out to my patrons out there. thank you guys for the support. If anybody else is kind of wanting to support, is enjoying what I'm doing here, there's a link down below to my Patreon. You can make a small donation, or you can just like the video, hang out, subscribe to the channel. Anything helps. Anything is part of the fun. So again, thank you for being here, liking videos, subscribing to the channel. You guys are the best. I'm having a blast doing this, and I'd love to keep doing it. So glad to have you guys around. So we're heading north now, and we're going to report back to Sylvanas and see what she has to say. And we're sort of slowly creeping our way down Silverpine.
We are the Forsaken. We will
So the orcs are in
anyone
order.
Who stands in our way.
Recovered their supplies, killed a dozen Worgen, toppled Undead, freed their soldiers, and destroyed the Skitterweb matriarch. I say this rarely, Boneblade, but I'm impressed. Perhaps your ability matches your aspirations. We shall see. For now, you will be tested.
I have no time for games.
Okay. Fenris Isle stands defiantly at the heart of Lordimere Lake, a cruel memory of a time long since past. Wow, we're gonna go to Fenris Isle? Though no longer infested by gnoll vermin, a new threat has emerged. Human refugees, driven from their holdings in Hillsbrad, have fled to Fenris Isle in hopes of escaping defeat at our hands. A critical error on their part. You are to take Agatha with you to Fenris Isle and slaughter all humans. She will raise the fallen at Forsaken, bolstering our forces in the process. Do not fail me, Boneblade. So this is interesting. We're going to actually raise Undead. Okay. I'm open to it. I suppose we have to be. We're gonna swim across to the other side. Am I supposed to be swimming to get there? I guess so. We're gonna give that a shot at the very least. With our new gun, let's see how much damage it deals. Oh. I mean, it's definitely big damage. Can we sprint in the water? Agatha. Able to walk on water. Oh, nice. Huge. Death walk. Okay, so we need to come up here and we need to basically raise 15 Forsaken. So, seems like human refugees have come to Fenris Isle to venture north out of Hillsbrad Foothills. And unfortunately for them, they're in trouble here. So she's just kind of raising, Agatha here, the Valkyrie, is just raising the undead as we kill them. Or sorry, raising the humans to be undead. I do want to venture into this and see what's going on. Alright, we're just kind of wreaking havoc in this area. Kind of sad that we're just turning these all into undead. They're sounding the alarms of being attacked. For those of you who played Hunters or play Hunters, what is your chosen weapon? Are you bow, crossbow, gun? What kind of weapon do you like to rock? I'm always curious by people's choice on that. Maybe there's a meta, but you know, if you could just pick one for the looks or whatever, what would it be? I'd love to know. Let me know down in the comments. Not too many more of these, actually. I always thought the bow was cool. I mean, I don't know that I had a favorite. but I do think there's something cool about crushing around with a bow. Alright, one more of these. And then I think we'll venture back, is my assumption. I see everything, Boneblade, through Agatha, all is known to me. Okay. So the quest presses on. You must strike at their leaders, Boneblade. You will find them holed up in the old keep. Battle your way inside and find the holdouts. Turn them for your queen. None shall escape the mighty grasp of the Forsaken. So it's in, I think it was the last episode I was asking, what is Fenris Keep? But it turns out we're actually getting some intel right now, which is cool. And we're going in kind of as a mini dungeon almost, which is awesome. And we're taking on some elites, which is not a small task. So this is pretty cool. All right, we need to basically find the human leaders. Yeah, these guys are no joke. Coming in and taking down elites by myself in Classic WoW would have been impossible. Okay, down this fella. This is a pretty cool quest line. Alright, let's keep trudging north. I am about to ding, which is nice too. That'll put me at level 18. We are cruising here, gang. I don't know how I haven't leveled. Okay, we're gonna go up into the command room. Whoa. The Forsaken have broken through your defenses, Magistrate. You are out of time. A decision must be made. Die in battle and be raised as a servant of the Forsaken, or drink in my blood and be reborn as a Worgen, immune to the depravity of the Forsaken. So the Worgen can't turn into Forsaken. Help us destroy the Forsaken and retake Lordaeron for the Alliance. We would rather die than be turned into Worgen, but seeing as how even death provides no relief from the atrocities of this war, we choose vengeance. Oh my god, they're actually drinking the Worgen blood. What? Run! Wait, this is crazy. So these human leaders who have escaped to Fenris Keep have decided they would rather become Worgen to avoid having to become undead. Because it seems that the Worgen cannot be turned into undead once they die. This is wild, and now we're flying out of this keep. So this is a full-on war between the Forsaken and the Worgen here in Silverpine Forest. And we're flying to safety out of here. So far, this questline is living up to the hype. I'm fascinated by this. Really cool use of this space, really cool storytelling, great introduction on the Worgen, because if you remember when Cataclysm came out, the Worgen and the Goblins were new. So this is a whole new kind of adventure and an introduction to a class. This is pretty sweet. Okay, so we're flying back to Sylvanas and we'll see what she's got to say. Alright, that's pretty interesting. So we've got some Worgen leaders now to deal with.
What are we? If
It
not
would seem that
safe to
Crowley is more
destroy it?
formidable than I anticipated. Still, he's a man, flesh and bone, full of secrets. Secrets that I know all about. You've served me well, Boneblade. I could use someone of your ability at the Sepulchre. I have a plan to deal with Crowley and his insurgents once and for all. Will you help?
What joy is
Of course,
there in
level
this
18.
curse?
Ride with me to the Sepulchre, Boneblade. There are many things I wish to discuss with you. It's imperative that you understand the history of Lordaeron and the plight of the Forsaken. Oh, we're off. This is cool. Look at us riding together. I'm super into this. I've not always been the Banshee Queen, Boneblade. I can't hear her all that well, so I may have to read for her.
This land comprised the northern kingdoms
Of Lordaeron, ruled by King Tyrannus Menethil. We're getting the history.
Terranus.
Had a son named Arthas. Even saying his name makes my body quiver in rage.
This man-child.
Can I turn up the volume? Took for himself, known as Frostmourne, telling the story of the Lich King.
Arthas killed his own father and raised this land along with every living creature in it.
This is a cool.
Death came at the hands of Arthas when he and his armies sacked my homeland,
Quel'Thalas.
and murdered my people. In his vast cruelty,
Arthas severed my spirit from my body and raised me as a banshee to serve in his Scourge army.
a similar fate befell
All that would die to the Scourge war machine. She's pissed at Arthas. As mindless undead.
But Arthas was not invincible. With each passing day,
His power waned, his grip over the will of the damned loosening.
It was when Arthas was at his weakest that I struck.
So she struck back against Arthas.
And though the hour of his atonement had come,
The worm managed to escape his fate, returning to the frozen wastes of Northrend. So that's kind of the story of Warcraft 3, I believe.
Arthas gone, so too was the control he held over the undead
Masses of Lordaeron. After recovering my body, I freed the remaining Scourge that were left behind. So she kind of came in once Arthas went north. The man who would become the Lich King, the Forsaken, were born. Our sole purpose was to destroy the Lich King. We threw our lot in with the Horde and began our journey towards redemption. Wow.
The Lich King is dead.
So yeah, this is right after the Lich King was killed. And Sylvanas is ready to make the push. Look at these guys standing in line. This is so cool.
Do so in death as well. But the Alliance does not recognize our rights.
They claim this land as their own, while attempting to invalidate the claims. I mean, technically it used to be an Alliance home when Lordaeron was human-run. It's an interesting debacle we have. She thinks it's theirs as the Forsaken Undead, and the Alliance think it's theirs as a human region. Okay, I am going to call the episode right now. We will be back to continue this incredible storyline in Silverpine. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. If you want to follow the Patreon and support, join the community, there's a link down below. Thank you all so much, and we'll check you back in the next one.